Well, how's it going there, YouTube? Well, I'm going to kick off a little series here today. I'm going to show you guys how to restore your farm toys. If you guys saw the little prank video I did there last Tuesday night, picked up this John Deere 5020. It's kind of in a little bit rough shape, but I mean the casting's in good shape. I mean the paint makes it look a little rough, but it's a good candidate for a restore. This must have been someone's sandbox toys. But as far as it goes, the casting's not broke, the casting's not split. This fender's a little bit sloppy, but I think all I'm going to have to do is just have to tap this rivet here a little bit. I don't think I'm going to split this casting because of course I don't have a rivet tool or the rivets to put it back together. But the first thing I'm going to do is take everything all apart. I'm going to pop the wheels off, take these little rivet caps off. Now when I get this all repainted, I think I'm going to have a little custom, so I want to add chrome exhaust stack. I want to add the second air breather because I like that look with the air breather. New decals, of course. I'm going to try to get some wheels and tires from Dakota Toys because they've got a nice set of custom wheels I saw someone use on one of these once before. And I kind of hope I can get a hold of that guy and see what kind of wheels he got. But anyway, the first things first, I'm going to pop these rivet caps off. I'm going to have to grab my tripod out of the back room of the house there, and then I'll set you guys up and you guys can watch me play around with it. So I'm going to use a pair of side cutters here to try to work this rivet off. It can be on there pretty tight, so we'll give her a go and see what happens. Oops. It can be quite tricky to take off here. The trick is to get underneath of it. There we go. Don't worry about the paint, you're respraying anyway. And it's bent the axle a little bit, that's okay. Work that back. Ta-da! Dirt and such. Are we bent or are we just stuck? Alright. They're just a little stuck. There we go. Okay. Yeah, a little bent, but that's okay. When I get new wheels and tires, I'm going to get a new axle anyway. Or I can always straighten that out, no big deal. That's what's left of your cap. Next I'm going to work these off here, but I might try to put this tractor in the vise. And I'm going to try to make up a little jig too before I start sandblasting. The front rivets off, they weren't really too bad. What I ended up doing was just taking a screwdriver and working them back and forth. It only took a couple seconds. I didn't record it, but that's okay. You guys get the idea anyway. Now I'm gonna have to do a little bit of work on this steering tie rod here because you see how it bends in the middle there? Don't think it's supposed to, and it keeps slipping out of my steering shaft there. So I don't know if that's an Ertl fault and they're all like that, or I just did that now, but I'm going to have to fix that because I like to have a functional toy, even though I'm not going to play with it. It's nice to have something that, you know, works nicely when you go to show people. But once again, boys, you want to be careful here. Even though it was my own tool that got me, I skinned my knuckle across my vise here, right across that. You see, this vise was broke years ago, so Gramps had it welded, but oh well. Not the first time I've done that. Got the wheels off, of course. Just use this piece of 2x6 I had laying in my shop here just by chance. Then I drilled some holes in it, stacked the tractor on a couple of nuts here just so I can get off the ground and I can kind of try to get underneath it when I'm sandblasting. Just use a couple pieces of copper wire rather, just to help kind of tie it down so I don't knock it off. And of course, we all know how much Kurt likes the copper wire. Yeah. So yeah, we're just about ready to start blasting here, boys. As far as that seat goes, I'm going to leave that on there just for now until I know I can get another one. I'm pretty sure you can, because you can get all kinds of parts for these. It says, made by Ertl Company, Dyersville, Iowa, USA. I wish Ertl would stamp the years in these things. It looks to me like that tie rod's a little bent too. You know what, maybe I'll bend that back up and I'll punch this rivet back in a little bit more for that fender, then we'll start sandblasting. I got the fender fixed, and how I did that is, you see the rivets here, of course. I took my air hammer. It's not perfect, but it's definitely a lot better than it was. Took my little air hammer here and I just kind of put it on the rivet heads and pop, pop, pop. Because I figured it was too hard. to hold the tractor on the corner of the board here with a little nut on the rivet head, and then a punch and a hammer on the other side. So I just use the nut, push down the tractor casting, and just kind of pop, 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 pop with the air hammer. So that worked pretty good. I got our little steering tie rod straightened out, so we're on the sandblast stage now here, boys. Anyway, I'll go get the sandblaster set up and we'll start blasting. Like I said, we'll max the seat off for now, and that way, if I can't get another one, I'll just try to paint this one or try to fix it up however I can. So anyway, next, I decided to sandblast, of course, because, well, I have the technologies, and believe me, I've tried everything from carburetor cleaner to paint stripper to wire wheels to sanding discs, you name it, to try to get paint off these tractors. I think the sandblast is going to work the best. You can get all these little nooks and crannies in the engine compartment, you can get right in there no problem. I know like a industrial strength paint stripper works better, but I mean, nah. I got technologies for sandblasters, so I'm going to get a mask on and put my safety glasses on and we'll start blasting. So now that my shop looks like a sandstorm has blew through it, look, you guys can see all the sand. I'm going to tie this mess up. My bench was cleaner before I decided to start putting my vise together and sandblasting this tractor, but oh well, it's a workshop, right? So yeah, it turned out not too bad. Surprised that the blaster didn't take the decals off, but that's okay, I'll get those off somehow. Haven't quite sorted it out. It looks like it's rough to the touch, but it's actually really not that bad. Now that I blew all the sand off, I might come back and touch this up a little bit here though. I got a little bit of sand left in the machine, but I got a whole pail down there still. So anyway, this video's getting kind of long, but it is a series. So anyway, there's going to be a part 2 soon. I'm going to hopefully pick up some JB weld because I want to fill this casting seam up in here. Show you guys how to do some custom stuff since I'm doing something. Anyway, if you guys like this video, please comment, rate, and subscribe.